FlossTube, it's Sarah, our Stitching Kingdom, and it is Tuesday, April the... what day is today? It's one of those days, April 7th. They're all just running together, but hey, we made it to April. We survived March. What a long year that was. Everybody was saying what a long year January was. I think that March was like double that. It's been insane. But April, and hopefully things are going to be turning around soon. Yeah, happy staying at home, staying safe, wash your hands, all the things, social distancing, all that fun stuff. Big thank you, big shout out to our essential workers, to our healthcare workers, to our grocery workers, to our teachers who are teaching at home and trying to wrangle their kids and get their kids, you know, squared away and taught, and making sure they're doing their lessons as well as them doing the lessons for their children, their school kids. So props to you guys, mad props. I forgot to record yesterday. It was just, you know, they kind of just blur together, and yeah, it's just fun. We're good. We're good. So I just thought I would give you guys an update of what we did, and I don't know if I recorded last week. I don't think I did. No, I didn't. I don't think I did. Who knows? Anyway, if I did, I did. If I didn't, I did. It's all good. That's just where I'm heading for, is that it's all good. We're good. Everything's fine. Everything's on fire, but everything's fine. So last week's stitching update, I've been working on a few things. I was working on, sorry, my planner's right here. I didn't do my 29th start, my new, my start for the 29th of the month. I was just absorbed in working on other projects. So, excuse me, last week for Magical Stitches, we needed to work on something with a farm. With 300 stitches, all of these prompts were 300 stitches last week. Something by a male designer, because we're on Beauty and the Beast, or not Beauty and the Beast, we're on the Beast's story and Ursula's story. We're doing those two books in the Villain series. And then something outside. So for the farm and outside, I chose Cinnamon Stars, which is also one of my scavenger hunt projects for Daily 30. And closed group, can't get in. We'll let you know when it opens up. Don't message Cheryl. None of that. And then we had to do a list of 5 whips and order them 1 through 5. And if you didn't have 5 whips, it's fine. You just had to list what you had, or if you, yeah. But Sneaky Headmistress Vicky had it tie into this week's homework, so that was really fun. So I did a lot of work on Cinnamon Stars. And let's see here. There it is, the bottom of my pile. And this I started in February with Megan May Stitch in May on Virtual Stitchers. And this is by Plum Street. It's one of their older ones, but I love it, see? And then I also worked on this for extra credit and a flower, because they're sunflowers. And there are 3 sets of 3. So there's like 3 pumpkins and 3 stars and 3 flowers, 3 rocks. There's lots of 3s. So, and there's 4 windows. But this is where I am. So I got the house mostly done. I have the star in the house to finish. But I got the windows, the chimney, and I'm working on this rock wall. There we go, which I think is super duper cool. I'm gonna zoom you in a little bit. This color, so the only color I've changed is the color of the house. It's a limited edition Gast that I got in a Stitchy box because it just was blending in too much with this fabric, and I knew it was gonna kind of be a centerpiece, so I've decided that it's a cedar house because it's kind of that grayish purplish when that cedar can get. So that's my progress on that. So I used it for quite a lot. Going to be using it for a little bit more. I want to break out a few more stitches on my, I have to go take some more pictures with it, I think, so for scavenger hunt. And then for my male designer, the Linen and Threads Free Cell, and they have one every year. This one just happens to be a Quaker, and the husband of Linen and Threads is Brendan Kirk, sorry, and he's the designer of this particular pattern. So, and when I started, it didn't have this flower right here. It just had this and this kind of obscene looking flower, and then this one. So I put in all of one of those rows, all of this, and right there. And then April, they've released the April, and April comes over here. So that'll be really fun. But I just have to catch up to March. That's fine. It's all good. And then I might move that to scavenger hunt piece. I don't know when my stretching portraits is done. And let's see here. And then I also worked on, for extra credit for April, since we are in April, new extra credit came out. A couple of other WIPGO came out, and I've completed both of my scores on that. It was Pretty Little Hawaii, which I finished in March, and then my Mushroom and Bird Biscornu, which I just sent off today to its new owner for our exchange. So when I know that she's received it, sorry, flight path, sound of freedom right there. When she receives that, I will pop in a little video of what my Biscornu looks like after I finished it. And also another one that's been going on is Choose My Whip in Semi-Sane. And then we've also had Stitch or No Stitch, which is like Deal or No Deal. And then Frogs and Stitches, which is like Snakes and Ladders or Chutes and Ladders. So I've been using projects on those, kind of double dip. Stitch or No Stitch, there was 18 cases, and some of them had grand prize entries, some of them had regular entries, some of them had a lot of stitches. The first night, a lot of our April, when a lot of us opened our cases or chose our first 3 cases, I think Lisa, Shady Tree Stitchers, also Paddock Lane Designs, and Laurel, they both got some really high, sorry, I'm not supposed to touch my face, both got really high stitch counts, and I think I got like 1,500 off, right off the bat, and it was like, oh. And then a couple days ago I lost my 25 grand prize entries, and I was like, nope, next deal, I will take it, I don't care what it is. And I ended up with 5 grand prize entries. So so thank you to Lucy and Amber, who run that game. That was really fun. And Frogs and Stitches is really fun. It's just the little board that you print out and you count, and if you land on a ladder, you go up to that next space, and if you land on a frog, you slide down his back to the other thing, because you don't want to land on a frog. And so that's been really fun, just kind of keeping those stitches the same. And then April extra credit for Enchanted Stitches, or not, sorry, Magical Stitches. Enchanted Stitches is Cars this year, or this week, month. Who knows what it is? I'm like feeling like Eeyore. So, and Enchanted Stitches, their extra credit for this, or their movie this month is Cars. So I'll have to check out and see what that is, because it just barely got released yesterday for this week's stuff. And then Magical Stitches extra credit is we need to work on something, either a beast or sea creature. So because of either the beast or Ursula. And then we need to work on something with flowers in it, and something that is an exile, and something with the power of 3. And so Cinnamon Stars I used for the flowers and power of 3. And then my project that was in exile, and I was really proud of Laurel because she brought out her project that was in exile is, let's see here, was her Miss New Year's Fairy, and she's getting so close to finishing it. I'm so proud of her. We've been seeing her progress on Virtual Stitchers, and I'm just want to say I'm super proud of you, Laurel. Very awesome. And so I was able to move my hoop. I was so happy. And this is my Eagle by Sue Coleman. I think this is one of my oldest whips, but that's what it will look like when it's done. And this is where I was on this page right here with the trees and the kind of the rock in the back. And then I've actually moved over here, and this is, oh, it's this looks so cool. This is all finished, and then I'm starting on the totem part. So, and then I probably should have started down here where it's more full coverage and gonna take me a while, but I wanted to see some progress fast, I think, so that I could fall more in love with this again. And you can see I finished that part of it. And I did grid it so that because of this little guy right here, but look at that face. Oh, he's so stunning. Like, he just looks like he's gonna jump up and bite you. I love it. He's so pretty. And that's got the back stitching and everything on it too. Like, just piercing eyes. I love it. So that, I think, made me really fall in love with this project again. And then right here is some of the totem. And then there's some more of the totem in the back. So hoping to, I might make this one actually my next scavenger hunt piece, just because I can see the progress. I can get a lot of progress with these guys up here, and then I'll just have to come down here and grid. I will definitely grid down here. But yeah, so that is my Eagle by Sue Coleman, and I'm gonna decide what to do with him. And I think I put him on my Choose My Whip as well. And we had, I think, so for my Choose My Whip, the first week of April I did, or last week, I think it was Cinnamon Stars that got picked. Yes, I'll have to check. But anyway, so, and then, so I worked on that Eagle for the Beast and for Exile. So I was really happy to finish him off. And then for this week's Magical Stitches, the homework is the Beast was 21 when things happened, and so we needed to work on whips number 2 and whips number 1 from our list, and we just have to post them in order. We should stitch them in order, but you know, things happen and that's life. But so whip number 2 for me was my Satsuma Street Alice, and I will pull her out in a second. Oh, itchy. Got bit by a bug or something. And then my whip number 1 is my Stretching Portraits, and we've got flight pattern again, so it's fine. But Satsuma Street Alice, they have released the second or the third chapter, which is this cute little the caterpillar, the Who Are You? And then so chapter 1 was all the border and the little keys and the quarters and stuff. Love it. And then chapter 2 was Alice falling down the rabbit hole. And there's a little rabbit right there. And then chapter 3 was the caterpillar. So we're looking good there. And where I was already in the center, I just decided to pick up Alice and stitch on her. And she's looking a little creepy because she doesn't have her eyes, or she doesn't have her pupils in her eyes anyway. But that's where I am. And I had to get 500 stitches done on her, and I'm actually going to do another 500 stitches for Cheryl's group, so I'll get another 500 on her. So I'm really excited to see more of her done. So I'm actually working on the rabbit up here. There, working on the little rabbit because he's upside down, because of something that you would find in a store. So there's cards, there's lots of fake stuff on there that you would find in a real store. And so working on that. And then this, I think, is going to be the one that's going to be winning for my Stitch or No Stitch, and Sammy is like chanting me to finish it, but this is, she's like, I hear this, finish, finish. She posted that on my post on Choose My Whip. So, but I am on, this is Stretching Portraits by Good Morning Maui. I will link it below. But I am on this 4th and final panel. Oops. And I'm just throwing the papers everywhere. So these cute little guys that are sinking in the quicksand and not very happy about it. So I just have to do this dude's hair, and then I have the other 2 dudes to do, and then it will be done, and I'm so excited. It's just gone really, really fast. I'm really glad that I've chosen it as my scavenger hunt, as one of the scavenger hunt pieces, to see it done and to see like those little bits of stitching go in and just making for a, oh sorry, you get like extreme close up there. Let's see. And I think that brings us to haul and purchases. One of the things that's coming is my anniversary gift. And that is a Lowry stand. I'm super excited. Fire Poppies is actually the US distributor of the Lowry stands. They had, when we checked on, when was it? Either Saturday, it was Saturday? Yes, I believe it was Saturday, because Carla, Craft Addict Kate, took me on a tour of her Lowry stand when we were on Virtual Stitchers, and then it was just like, Carla made me buy it, so I'm blaming her, and she took full blame for it. It was funny. We love it. So getting that is purple. I'm super excited about that. And let's see, so that one's on its way here. And then I got a couple of other things in the mail. I bought some silk for my Rose Quaker that I have that Laura gave me a conversion. My friend Laura gave me a conversion for, and it's for the Rose Quaker, and it's in Belsois silks. It's really pretty. And McKenna 1884 Stitchery had her under her charity tab. There were some Belsois silks in the under there to go into charity to help provide PPE, personal protection equipment for people in essential workers and healthcare workers that are needing their masks and their gloves and their face guards and everything like that. So I figured it's a good charity, we'll support it, and so I spent some money there, and so I have all but 2 of the floss colors, of the silk colors I need, so I'm super excited about that. So that's coming. My Lowry's coming. Still waiting for my Brush Mountain Stitchery, and that's totally fine. And then I got this off of a seller on Etsy, and I will link it below. But this is to finish the top of my drum for the Haunted Mansion, because I really didn't need a whole ton of fabric, but it's little swatches of the fabric. So this one's a little bit thicker cotton. Oops. And this one's a really, really thin cotton. And then this one is what I think I'm going to use for the top, and it's kind of a canvas, kind of a corduroy. So super excited about that. I actually might use one of the darker ones because I think that lighter one might blend in too much, but we shall see. So I have finishing supplies for that when it's done. And then Leslie from Under the Sea Fabrics. This is one of the new Nora's, the new Nora lilies, or orchids, I guess. This is Lady Cat Orchid. I'm looking at the back. I really like, might have to get Buttercup. I have to add her to my list. And Geranium is actually really cute, and so is, I don't like Azalea as much. Zinnia is really cute, but that Buttercup, she's adorable. So, and then I also got the bead pack to go with it, and there's some really, really, oops, yeah, some really fun beads that go with that. Lots of pinks and reds, but yeah, lots of fun. And so, oh, and then we were, maybe not, we were cleaning out, my aunt and uncle are here, getting my grandma's house ready to sell and everything, and like, yeah, so we were cleaning out her house and getting, you know, deciding what to keep, what to give away, and we came across this really cool, what do they call it, Oven X cupcake tin or muffin tin, but look at that, like with the engraving and stuff on it. I was like, oh, well, I don't want to use that anymore. I mean, I could, because can you imagine what the cupcakes or muffins would look like with that on the bottom? But, so I think I'm gonna hang this somewhere, maybe put some smalls in it, who knows, but I thought it would be a really cool display piece, and I just can't get over how it looks like. Yeah, super excited about that. Jenny Long Dog Stitcher, please, I replied to your comment on the giveaway video. Please get a hold of me. I will see if I can, I know you're not on Instagram anymore, but I'll see if I can find you another way, or if you know Jenny Long Dog Stitcher, give her a shout and say, hey, message Sarah. So, and I think that's it. Want to welcome everybody who's new on Virtual Stitchers. That's been really, really fun. And just getting to know a lot of new people, and it's been really enjoyable. So love having you there. I'll link Virtual Stitchers below. Just remember to answer the questions. Don't be a creeper. But we have fun. We have lots of fun. So, and they just did a live the other day, which was really fun to see and just laugh. And I love those ladies so much. And gents. There's a couple of gents that hop on too. So, I hope you guys have a great week. We will see you later, and happy April and happy Easter. This upcoming Sunday. So, it is Holy Week. We, super exciting. It's a good week. There's some good stuff going on. So hope you guys have a wonderful week. Love you. Happy stitching. Bye.